Well, you could have cash in your attic, you could have cash in your basement, or maybe even hiding in the back closet.
I'd like to live in that house. It might look like a vintage toy though right now. After a visit with America's Toy Scout, you could very well be holding that stack of cash.
That's right. Joel Magee is in Omaha now through Saturday. He's here to give us a few ideas about all these toys and what you might have, the treasure you might have in your home, right?
It's cool to see
I'm excited to talk about
Joel.
this. Tonka was my favorite growing up.
And Tonka, they're right here in the Midwest, Minnesota, and everybody, it's a classic toy. It's been around for 60 years, and it's not going anywhere. It's going to be here forever.
No, they're great. So what brings you to Omaha?
What I'm here for is I want people to dig out their attics and closets, and we want to see those old toys. And what I do personally is I fix them up and get them back out to collectors. And you know, I started myself at a Sioux City at a flea market, and I saw my G.I. Joe lunchbox, so that started me in my quest for toys.
Wow, and that was some time ago. I know you've been traveling,
25 years ago.
Visiting with folks for years. The most popular vintage toys are, how do you fill in that blank?
Well, we're going to break that down into 4 areas.
Okay.
G.I. Joe, extremely popular. Star Wars, extremely popular. Of course, the new movies are coming out this fall, so that's really bringing a big interest in the old Star Wars toys.
Are they more valuable in the package?
They are. And everybody says, well, how do you still see them in the package? First of all, we love to buy them loose, so they don't have to be in the package, but a lot of parents bought one to play with and one to put away. And that seems to be the overriding...
Give us an idea of a value on a piece like this.
This one right here is from the original Star Wars movie, the very first one that came out, and it's worth right around $200 because of the package condition and the fact that it's in the package.
What year was that? 77?
1978. They came out right after
You
that.
said G.I. Joe,
Yes.
Star Wars, but then you had 2 other categories you wanted to talk about.
We cannot forget Barbie. And she's sitting right over here at the end.
Look at that.
And she's the queen of all dolls. And of course, there's literally thousands of dolls that we buy from people, but Barbie just happens to be one of the most popular ones. And the next, actually, we'll call it 2, robots and monsters.
So these 2.
Yes, robots are just one of those things where they're just cool when you see them. I mean, it actually kind of scares kids sometimes when they see a robot walking because they're thinking that it just came from outer space like I did when I was a kid.
Tell us about this robot. It's got
that one's from the 1950s, yes. And you can wind her up. Sometimes he's a little fickle, but there he goes. And when they brought out the movie Forbidden Planet, that brought out a huge robot craze. And literally there's thousands of different robots, but they're all cool.
This one's made in Germany.
Yeah. And
Thank you, Mike.
Japan was very popular too.
And then what's in the box?
This is a monster model. This was the Forgotten Prisoner. But Aurora, back in the 60s, there was a huge monster craze, and every kind of monster you could imagine came back to life. They all were pretty much produced in the 30s, and then the 60s they came back and made Dracula and Frankenstein and the whole works.
My 5-year-old's really getting into Hot Wheels now.
Hot Wheels are timeless. You know, this one happens to be from 1968, but Hot Wheels are one of those toys that kids today can relate just as much to them as their parents did. So it's kind of one of those crossover toys where, you know, the kids and dad actually can be on the same page on something. So
what's this worth? Still in the package?
That one still in the package is worth right around $85.
If it was your story, and I think a lot of people watching might be in the same boat, where it's about the lunchbox.
Yes.
They held on to it maybe for sentimental reasons, and now they think, why do I still have that thing? But they might be able to get some money for it.
Yes, and this is a Planet of the Apes lunchbox.
And
you know, they really did a smart thing back in the day. They made character lunchboxes for their favorite TV shows and such, and so you had to bring your favorite show or movie with you.
And they're textured.
Yeah, they raised the litho
relief.
on these to kind of give them a more realistic look. And mine was G.I. Joe. They were also good things to keep the other kids away if they got too close. You just give them a little whack.
Yeah,
them.
right. I had a Star Wars one actually.
How much are different? Yeah, I'm sure it depends on the subject on the box.
The space ones are the most expensive, which would include Star Trek, and Land of the Giants was another real popular one for space ones. But Planet of the Apes is right there. This one's worth, in this condition, right around $80 to $100.
Wow.
Nice.
What's the most intriguing find that you've come across?
It actually was a Star Wars collection that a gentleman was going to throw away.
An
He's
entire
gonna toss it.
collection.
He was going to toss a whole collection that were all unused in the packages.
In the packages?
Yes, and it's kind of funny because he said, I want you to take a look at these, but I didn't have time.
Yeah.
And something said to me I better call him back because there was just something weird about it. I called him back and he says, "You better come if you want them because they're in garbage bags right now." And the garbage
Oh
bag.
my goodness.
No kidding.
I ended up giving him $5,000 for those Star Wars
kidding.
figures.
Wasn't he glad he made that call?
Oh, and me too. And they were literally in the black garbage bags, sitting there ready to
kidding.
go.
How many
story.
were there?
There was about 200 of them.
No
We want to
kidding.
make sure our viewers know whether it's garbage bags full of Star Wars memorabilia,
Yes.
lunch boxes, Barbies, whatever you have at home. You'll be in Omaha for a few days here, so we're
Yes.
looking at some information now through Saturday.
We're
You'll
through
be at the Ramada
Saturday.
Plaza there, 72nd Street.
Yep.
What should our viewers do when they come in? What should they be prepared for, I guess?
First of all, don't worry about cleaning them up or fixing them. Any condition is fine. We can always use toy parts. Of course, we've shown some toys in the packages. That's nice, but we know that most of them are not. So just bring them in. There's no charge for admission, no charge for parking, and what we'll do is make you cash offer right on the spot. And we love toys from the Midwest.
Is it just
because-
toys? What about baseball cards, trading cards?
Actually, that's true too. Trading
Comics?
cards, baseball cards, comics. Of course, we have Spider-Man on display here, so comic
Bring it
books
all.
are very popular. And even if it's odd and unusual, I tell people to bring it. It's amazing how many unusual things. It doesn't even have to be a toy sometimes. I'm kind of one of those guys, if I see something odd, you know, I might buy it for
Might
my...
snatch it up.
yeah.
Well, it's really great to have you in Omaha, and I hope you
Yeah.
find some good things.
Well,
this
thank you.
weekend.
It's always nice to be here.
Yeah.
They call you the Toy Scout. I love it.
Yes.
AmericasToyScout.com. Thanks for coming in.
Good
Thanks
to
a
have
lot
you
for
here.
having me.
Thank you.